if you're getting into skateboarding and you don't buy quality equipment, it's going to frustrate you in your skating. You want to have the right tool for the job. Is it on? It is on. It's new, so it sounds different. All right, and is this thing on? It is on. Morning coffee. No beer today. It's early morning. We're just getting started. All right. Hey, welcome back. And to my normal viewers, people that like to share in this adventure, this is not the normal video. This is primarily for people trying to figure out how to buy that first skateboard, or for themselves, or maybe for their kids for Christmas. So I went out and I bought 5 complete skateboards, and in this video we're just going to talk about the boards themselves and what I found out there, complete boards at a really good price. And then in the next video, probably upload in like 3 days, that sounds fair, it's all the skating. And it's long because I wanted to give the boards a good skate, and I got some other people to help me out and skate them because they're better than me. I can't skate very well, so they're going to skate in them, and we're going to give you our opinions of what was the best board for the best price. So I hope this video is helpful to people out there looking for skateboard options, and hopefully stop them from going to a big box store and just buying the wrong skateboard, because I think it is important to have quality equipment. So I'll just let this play. It's just a lot of talking, no kidding, you know, truth and lending up front. Hope you find it interesting, and I hope it's helpful. And if you know someone that's thinking about getting skateboarding, please share it with them. And at the end, I'll cover any notes that I probably didn't hit and should have hit when I was just freestyling. All right, let's get this party started. All right, so I wanted to make this video, right? So let's say you want to start skating, or Christmas is coming up and you want to buy your kids a skateboard. And like, full disclosure up front, if you have a local skate shop, go to your local skate shop. Like, they will help you out. My local skate shop is DeVille in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And then if you don't have a local shop, there are some good small shops that actually do have online websites that you can buy from, or give them a call and they'll help you out too, such as Blue Tile SC in Columbia, South Carolina. So go to a skate shop first. And if you know what you're doing, if you've bought a skateboard before, well, this video is probably not for you. The reason I wanted to make this video is like, Christmas is coming up, and I see a bunch of people my age, in their 40s or late 30s, getting back into skateboarding, or starting to skateboard for the very first time. And buying a board it's complicated if you really think about it. Now, you could just go to the store and buy a big box skateboard, or you can go to a shop and you can get some help and try and figure out how to build the best one, or you're stuck to the online world of trying to put together a board. And without knowing everything about boards and how a board should go together, you could end up with the wrong size wheels, or the wrong size trucks, or the wrong size board for you. So I set out to find 5 complete skateboards already built with all name brand stuff. These are components individually I would probably trust. Now, out of all the 5 boards, do any of them have all the best components? Maybe not. We're gonna find out. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about these boards. I'm gonna skate these boards and kind of give you my opinion of them. I'm not gonna do anything complicated. I'm gonna do this as if like a brand new skater is starting to skate. Like, we're gonna do like a bearing test. We're just gonna roll off the bank and see how far we make it. We're gonna do some shove-its. We're gonna do some ollies. We might do some 50-50s or whatever. You know, we're gonna skate it like a brand new skater, someone coming in skating with skate, because that's probably who's gonna buy these boards. So I had a plan to like just do basic skating on this, but then I got some guest skaters, people at the park, and they crush on the boards. So stand by for the skateboarding. Now, for the people that have some experience in skateboarding, is there any value in buying a complete board? I can tell you, I think once you see some of the boards I bought, there's some components on here that kind of make it worth it if you're interested in trying. So what were my parameters? All right, my parameters were, it had to be an 825 complete. That sounds simple, but most completes are made for kids. They're 7.5, they're 7.75, things like that. It's hard to find a complete in 825. 825 is the size I ride. Some people will say the size has to do with your height and your foot length, foot size, shoe size. I don't know. I think you just get what you're comfortable with. 825 is my all-around best shape for me, best size for me. All right, and then there's wheelbase, and there's length, and there's everything else. These are all standard 825s. Whoop, almost knocked it over. All right. The other parameter was they all had to have name brand trucks. I had to know who the truck company was, and it had to be a truck company that I would probably buy if I was just building a board on my own. And then the wheels and bearings, those are kind of like for the taking, right? I'm trying to get a name brand board, I'm trying to get a name brand truck, and I'm trying to get an 825 complete. Much more difficult than I thought. However, I did not spend more than $127 on any of these 5 boards. The prices range quite a bit, and as we get into the details later, I'll tell you how much each board I spent on, but I'll tell you that not a single board cost more than $127, which I felt like was a fair price for a kid for Christmas or an adult starting to skate that maybe isn't ready to make the huge investment of going and building a board. I mean, some of my boards have cost me upward of $240 to be fair. So those were the parameters. So let's talk about the boards. All right. They are numbered. The numbering is just to help me in the editing and for you to understand, help see which board I'm skating when I'm skating it. They are not numbered in any order of what I feel is the best or the worst. They're just numbered. All right, so number 1. All right, don't know what type of grip is on it, but it feels like Griptape. All right, it does have Allen key hardware, which I'm a big fan of Allen key. I feel it stays more secure. And the brand is Z-Flex. And you're like, who is Z-Flex? Z-Flex is actually one of the oldest skateboard companies in the country. This was Zephyr. Jay Adams' dad was the main shaper for Zephyr skateboards when they started to get huge. And then when Zephyr went away, Jay Adams' dad created Z-Flex. And Z-Flex is the company that Jay Adams rode for his entire life. So this is a Z-Flex board. It's got you don't stop skateboarding because you get old because you stop skateboarding, old quote on it. It does have no name brand components. However, I completely lied right there. It does have good trucks. It has Ace 44 trucks on it. I don't know why I said that. It's Z-Flex wheels, 52 millimeter. Don't know the durometer of them. I'll put it in the description. And ABEX 7 Z speed bearings. All right. So this is a very basic board, but I believe it's solid only based off my experience with the bull board. But we're gonna skate it and we're gonna find out. All right, number 2. We know what type of grip this is because it says diamond grip on it. All right, this board is using just regular hardware, and it's got all name brand component stuff on it. So this is an Enjoy board. All right, it's a Jackson Pills, so it's a pro model. It's got Thunder trucks on it, not hollows, just standard Thunder trucks, and it's got Bones OG 100 53 millimeter wheels. All right, and the bearings I believe were Bones Reds. So pretty solid setups. Like someone would go to a skate shop and they would build this board. And I'll tell you how much I paid for this and where I got it later on. But we'll see how it skates. I've never skated it Enjoy, so that'll be interesting. I do ride Thunders, I do ride Bones. Just right off the bat, this should be a very comfortable board for me and the way that I skate. This is really bright. I apologize. All right. Number 3. This is AM grip, regular hardware, and it is a Revive Lifeline board. I bought this as a complete. It comes with Crux trucks. It comes with Force wheels, which is their version of a pro model wheel, and it's got, what is this? Motive bearings. All right, so I haven't skated motive bearings, But right off the bat, like, this looks like a solid setup. I rode Crux trucks. Did I say Crux trucks earlier? Crux trucks when I first started skating, and I did like them. Have not rode them since, but super solid setup, great price, and we'll see how this skates. I do like Revive's shape. It's actually very similar to a PAL Peralta Flight Deck 243 shape. Like, they fit right inside each other. I can switch back between a Revive and a PAL, no problem. All right, number 4. Don't know what type of grip it is. Regular hardware. It is a PAL Peralta Mike Vallely board. It's another pro board. It's got mini logo trucks. It has PAL Peralta bearings. I don't know what that is. Is that a low end of bones? Is it like Reds? I don't know. And then the wheels are 53mm 101A PAL Peraltas. They are not Bones wheels. So when you buy a PAL board, just know that you're not going to get Bone stuff. But you got to assume the stuff's made similarly or in the same place, except for the board. Here's the difference, which I didn't know when I was buying this board. It wasn't clearly advertised, or I missed it. I could have missed it. But all these other boards are maple. This is made out of birch. I've never skated a birch board, but I think that's how they get their price point down. So, but it's a Mike Vallely, it's PAL Peralta, it's legendary. Everybody loves Mike, right? All right, and then finally the 5th board, Heart Supply Co. Like, no kidding, like Target. I went to Target and I bought this board. Why? Because this is what I'm worried about. I'm worried that parents are going to go buy their kids a big box board for Christmas, or a new skater is going to go see Jagger Eaton, you know, get 3rd place in the Olympics on a Heart Supply company board. Like, this is the exact graphic in which he got 3rd place in the Olympics on. They're gonna be like, oh man, I'm gonna get that board. And like, sure, it's probably a great board for someone brand new, but there's other options out there for a little bit different price. It does have metal trucks. They are Heart Supply Co. trucks, Heart Supply Co. wheels. They feel a little more plastic than urethane, and some Heart Supply Co. bearings. And from what I understand about Heart Supply Co., it's owned by one of the original owners of Element. So we will see how that skates. So we're gonna do, like I said, very basic skating and reviews on these. Like, we're just gonna start. We're just gonna roll. How do they roll, right? That's the important part. If you're getting into skateboarding and you don't buy quality equipment, it's going to frustrate you in your skating. You want to have the right tool for the job, and my goal is to help you find that right tool for the best price. And we're going to see how it goes, and it should be fun. Like, yeah, I bought 5 boards. I'm all in. Hey, this channel's not monetized. I don't make any money. I just do this because it's fun, and I want to share it with you, and I want your kids or yourself to wake up on Christmas morning and go under the tree and find that Christmas complete, that you're excited to go skate. So let's skate them. All right, here's some notes that I probably should hit on. One, like, graphic matters, right? You're gonna go out there and look for a board for yourself, or you're gonna go out and look for a board for a kid or a family member. Like, know their style, like, know what you're into, because you do want to be excited about the board you're skating. So yeah, graphics and art, like, they matter on the hype. 2 is the contact pad on the wheel. Like, some of the wheels are about 1 inch of contact pad, and they're more square, and some are more narrow and have a very thin contact patch. If you're gonna be sliding around and stuff, you want a thinner contact patch. If you want some stability, you want a little bit of thicker one. And then there's wheel hardness. Most complete boards are going to have a similar wheel hardness, but I can tell you the Z-Flex had a much softer wheel than, per se, the PAL Peralta, which probably had the hardest wheels. So wheel hardness, if you think you're going to skate, or whoever you're buying the board for is going to skate like mostly parks, get a harder wheel. If you're going to be skating mostly your driveway or out in the street, maybe a little softer wheel. softer would be somewhere in the high 80s to low 90s, and then harder would be like 98, 97 and up. For a street board, there's much softer wheels for cruisers and things like that. The other thing I should mention is the Enjoy board. Although it was bought as a complete, I had to put it together. It came all in one kit, but I had to build it. So if you've never built a skateboard, be cautious of that. So I'll put all the links to all the boards below, and in the next video we will skate the boards and you can see how they skate and what me and a couple others thought about them. So I do appreciate you sticking through this, and I hope it is helpful. All right, stay rad, go do something rad, and we will see you shortly.